Tasiano le tātou tru, e le tau whaailoina, i alo na ingoa, e tau tala na ngā luenga i tele. E o lo whaia le ngā tono au kilani e whapefoi ia Letele o Pitono o New Zealand. It is a great pleasure and honor to have the man himself, the brown Buttabean, man himself, Dave Letele here in the studio with us this evening. Talofa and welcome, Dave.
Thank you for having me.
What a beautiful day it is today compared to last week, eh?
Yeah, it's amazing out there at the moment. You'd never think of what we've gone through these past 3 weeks up here in Auckland and also around the country.
That's right. Well, Dave, good to have you in the studio. Is this your first time here on Radio Samoa?
Second time.
Second time. When was the last time you were here?
A few years ago now, I came on with one of our team, Phil Letele, who's he's lost 150 kilos.
Wow.
So we're on to talk about his journey.
Very good, very good. Now, Dave, you don't need any introduction. You are well known here in South Auckland, throughout Auckland, and of course, New Zealand wide. Now, you put up your hand and your organisation have been helping those who have been through the floods a few weeks ago, as well as Cyclone Gabrielle. Can you tell us a bit more? What did you see and what motivated you to come out and help our people?
Yeah, look, it's something that we've always done. That's what BBM does, is we help our people, we help our community, because we can. I always think that if you can help, you should. And that's what we do. We're doing God's work by serving our community. But we just jumped into action as soon as we saw what was going on. We didn't think about it. We didn't wait for funding. We just got up and we went to work. And it really is, the community gathered around. That Saturday morning when we saw the devastation of the floods, people wanted to help, but there was no communication and there was nowhere central that they could go to drop off supplies and for people to come pick up stuff. So that's what we did. We gave people a central hub that they could come and drop off donations, and then we could then distribute. So it's it's been full on ever since, bro.
We've had a few deaths, Dave, and have you managed to reach out to the families of those who have lost a loved one?
I haven't yet. Look, that's for the family to deal with, and they need their space. There's no need for outsiders to be bothering them while they're going through that grieving process.
Now, you've also lended out a hand to those who have been affected down in Hawke's Bay, Bay of Plenty, as well as Napier, Hastings.
Yep. What we've been able to do is really just utilising our contacts and our network. Just today we had Beard Brothers sausages. I rang my mate Rob yesterday, who's the owner, Rob Beard, and today he drove around everywhere, all the marae, all around Hastings, Napier, and dropping off, truckloads of sausages, really just trying to support, the groups down there. So we've reached out to Polyactive, who's a large Pacific Island group down there, also to Marae, Omahu, and I think Waipatu Marae. It's always those groups that are first to react, and because they're agile, they're nimble, they see the need, they react, and there's many of them in any community. So what we're just trying to do is empower them. So yesterday we sent down, I got in contact with the owner of Pack and Save in Hastings, and we sent down $15,000 worth of vouchers through them, and then the groups have gone and picked it up so they can distribute. And then we're helping Pack and Save to understand what they need to order bulk for these groups, for the for food parcels and for the bulk cooking that's going on. So we've got 17 pallets of food ready to be hopefully picked up tonight or tomorrow that can then be distributed. So it's trying to replicate our supply chain that we have here in Auckland that we've created with BBM, trying to recreate it down there. It's amazing what can be done. I'm not able to get down there, but I can still do all this work, and it comes through relationships with community and also business.
That's right. Now, how has the cyclone and the floods affected you personally, Dave?
Personally, well, my house hasn't had power for the last week, so it's been a struggle having the three kids at home. My wife got stuck down the line, so for the first part of this week, I was a solo dad, as well as running all of this, what we're doing, the amazing work we're doing at BBM, and then as well as having no power. But I'm not complaining because so many people are doing it a million times worse than I am. So, but yeah, that's how it's affected me. And obviously, with the work we're doing, it's relentless. Me and my team are all very tired, but at the center of our hearts is our people, and that's our why, and that's why we keep pushing forward.
Now, is there anything that you and your team need from our Samoan community here in Auckland?
Oh, look, even just coming down and supporting us with some food, some pancakes, that would be nice. Yeah, pancake would go down quite nicely at lunchtime. We're working very, very hard a lot of the times. We're not stopping to eat, but that's going down to Mangere, the rec centre there. We've got a big team down there, amazing crew, volunteers working hard down there. Just bringing in some food for all the volunteers. That's the best way that you can help us.
Now, one time, Dave, just down the road here, somebody decided it was okay for them to take some stuff that you're distributing out to the people. Have you ever come across those who have done this sort of thing?
I haven't met those two personally. They have been caught. I think anyway, yeah, look, it was a really awful event, but it also shows, I wasn't angry at them because it shows that where our society's at. End of the day, why are they doing it? Well, it's money, lack of money. And then you got to think the people that are buying it, it's because lack of money. So, it's no accident that there's an increase in crime, all this extra crime that's going on. It's no accident there's a direct relationship between the increase in crime and the increase in people not having money. So that's what we're trying to, we're just trying to help to give, especially our youth, an understanding that it's possible to get out and you don't have to sell drugs, do ram raids and kill people to get it.
That's right. For everybody that's watching this evening, Dave, on behalf of everybody in the management of Radio Samoa, can I say thank you, Dave? You've come a long way with your background and your history, and like I said off air, man, I've been following your Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook, whatnot. And so my next question is, how do you do it, Dave? And what would you say to somebody who's sitting at home watching us right now or listening from their car? What motivates you, Dave? And how did you come about in establishing the Buttabean motivational team?
Okay, so
I know it's a lot of questions, but
so how I started BBM was out of my own life, my own journey. I came back to New Zealand in 2014, in February 2014, and I was very depressed. I didn't have my family. I lost my family through my own bad actions. I wasn't a good partner, and I lost my children and my partner. So I had to rebuild. I moved back here with not 1 cent in my pocket, and I stayed at my sister's house on my niece's bed that I couldn't fit on because I weighed 210 kilos. And I stared at the roof thinking that this can't be my life, Surely I'm meant for more. I always encourage our people not to stay down and wait for the system to help us, because if you're going to wait for the system to help you, you're going to be waiting all your life. You've got to get up, you've got to ask for help, you've got to be willing to accept help, and you've got to start. And that's all I did. I started because I fought on Joseph Parker undercards through my friend David Higgins, where I played a character. I don't know if you liked me very much. Not many people did like me when I was a boxer, but it was only an act. I was only playing this bad guy. Like a wrestling character,
yes.
But people hated my guts, people used to say to me, you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to all your people. You're a disgrace to all Pacific Islanders. We're going to shoot you on sight. We're going to send you some rope to hang your family with. Ooh. This is the type of stuff that I was getting. But again, I didn't use it as an excuse to stop. I used it as fuel to keep me going. As I was fighting on Joe Parker undercards, I was losing a lot of weight each fight. So people were asking me, what's the secret? What's the secret? How are you doing this? Are you sick? Did you have the operation? But so I told them I started a group called BBM where I could send people to. It just started as a Facebook group where I could show them, what the secret is. If you want to know the secret, here it is, okay? Stop drinking fizzy drinks. Stop eating rubbish every day and go for a walk. That's the secret. It's okay to have a treat, It's okay to have a treat, but if you're treating yourself every day, it's no longer a treat. It's the way you eat. So I started the group where I could share. And we started our first boot camp in West Auckland, Trust Stadium, helping one person. We started in South Auckland in a driveway in Papatoi. Everyone sees what we do now, and they want to do that, but it all started with helping one person. Don't underestimate the power of the strength of helping one person. And that's what started it. That's what started this group, and it was really out of COVID where we morphed into the social enterprise stuff, not social enterprise, the social work side of what we do, with the food share was the first thing. I don't call it a food bank, I call it a food share. That came about because we helped a mother who had no food, a mother of 4, a Tongan lady, had no food and no money the day before the first level 4. There'll be listeners here that can understand what that must have felt like, and it would have been horrible. So I helped because I can. We went out there, we helped her, and right there that day, we started the BBM food share because we understood that that mother will be one of thousands. One of thousands of our people out there with no money, no support, no food, and no way of getting any support. So we helped, and that's what led to all of this work that we're doing now. We do youth programs, really just giving people hope. To show all of us, to show all of our people, it's possible. We have to understand it's possible, and and obviously that's led into what we're doing now.
Now, when you look back, Dave, would you give yourself back then? What advice would you have given yourself before you even started?
Or just to never give up, and I give advice all the time. It's really about, starting, then staying consistent. I think about the ripple effect also. If I'd given up in 2014, I think about tonight, thousands of children going to sleep with no food tonight, waking up, thousands of children tomorrow morning, waking up with no breakfast, But because we exist and because I didn't give up, people's lives are better, and obviously it started with faith, but I never pray and hope, I pray and work, and that's what's led to, what we're doing now.
For the youth that are watching and parents as well, how can they be a part of the Buttabean motivation?
Just search on Facebook, BBM Motivation. It's a private Facebook group. Anyone can join. And also on Facebook, Brown Buttabean. It's spelt B-U-T-T-A, Buttabean. And as our former Prime Minister in Samoa used to like calling me Peanut Buttabean.
Now, to the families and those who are affected that are watching and have had the chance to hear us this evening, because your organization is mobilizing and trying to get to them, what's your advice to them, and what's the hope that you are trying to give them?
Just reach out. There's a lot of groups out there. There's a lot of marae, a lot of community groups, a lot of churches that are out there doing great work. Just reach out and never feel shy to ask for help. When we're going into houses in Mangere, a lot of our people are shy to ask for help. They're not coming to the evacuation centre because they always think there's people worse off than them. Don't be shy to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Just reach out and ask for help and be willing to accept it.
Now, where can the people come and bring the pangikikis to? You said the Mangere Rec Centre?
Oh, let's bring them to our food share first. And just message me on Facebook, Brown Buttabean. I'll give you all the address, and we'd love the pancakes. I love them. As a treat.
Yes.
Again, I said it's fine to have a treat every now and then, just not every day.
All right. Well, Dave, once again, thank you very much for taking time out to come on board Radio Samoa to share your story. And thank you for doing what you do. I know a lot of people are following you, are helping you. And keep up the good work. And God bless you and your organization.
Thank you very much. God bless.
Ia, le daua mai mo mai ma whaafonga mai fo ia le tātou turu o le rewanga le whiawhi le uso ia Dave Letele ia po o le Brown Buttabean e peo na laulo ai lana tautua fo i tono New Zealand e le ngati tono au kilani ia whape fo i na whaasafua atu mo le tele o pituru ia o New Zealand anto i le tele o whaafi tau le peo ntulai mai whaale vlawe whaale tātura ia antoa foi ia ma le totelo i lantou e le o lava le faasoa i le tulaga tau se leni fa pe foi ia taumafa ia ma tatou ia fia lusi o tatou pauna o le Rick Sintai nai mangele ia o le i fo le food share i luma atu i lunga o Hobol Avenue ia o le iele do whanga Brown Buttabean e mawhaiona ia nga i mai masau i o i whalai pankeke ia a le o le ngā so ko pai ko ko leisa sua whai ia a tonu vaenga na mwhaiona so soani mai iai i leo so ia Dave Letele ia po le Brown Buttabean ia a toa i fo i male Buttabean Motivation wa a whali July 5